Oh my God. Hi, it's Trixie Mattel looking at cakes of myself with our friends at Duncan Hines. Hi, it's me, Trixie Mattel. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm a world famous drag queen with a passion for makeup artistry and apparently desserts. Now, when you think of my channel, what do you think? Beauty, intelligence, grace, charisma, wealth. But you also think baking because you've seen my baking journeys in the past here on the channel, cooking with toy ovens, professional baking skills on lock. Sort of. But now I'm ready to see what other bakers can do with Duncan Hines. If you guys have seen me before, I use Duncan Hines in a lot of my tiny cakes because even somebody like me with rudimentary baking skills, baking using only tiny pans and a light bulb, has been able to turn out some actually really good cake. And I couldn't decide if making a cake of me is an easy challenge or kind of difficult. I mean, if I can turn a man into this, I think we can turn baked goods into this. What do you think? We thought of this, and then we thought of Duncan Hines, and we're like, what do you think about this? And they were like, we're very into it. So that's a big company supporting the ideas of tiny queer creators, so thank you. I'm excited. I've had the vanilla, I've had the chocolate, of course. I've had the like party confetti. I've had the brownies. I mean, I've pretty much conquered everything that Duncan Hines has to offer at my local grocer. However, I'm not a professional baker, so I'm interested to see what like a real professional baker can do with the same mix that you and I use to make like cake on the fly, you know? My comfort here is I don't know what these cakes are going to look like. They might not even be flattering. It might be the read of the century, but at least I know because it's Duncan Hines mix that I'm gonna like the way it tastes. Now, before we get started, please subscribe to the channel. It's free. We have new videos every single week. Let's get into these cakes. So apparently the first cake, which I have not seen, is the signature perfectly moist red velvet cake mix, which I don't think I've had this one. All right, there's a cake coming. I haven't seen it. I can smell it. The door's open. This is gonna be the video where my house burns down. You know what? I've baked, and there's a professional baker here, so I shouldn't really be worried. This would be the day where my house doesn't burn down. Can you guys even tell my eyes are closed? Ooh, I hate surprises. My lashes are so big, I'm blindfolding myself. Okay, so this is Duncan Hines' signature red velvet. This has been I'm so scared to even open my eyes. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, that is, that is crazier than I ever would have imagined. This is crazy. Can we send this to the stand-up show tonight instead of me? This is crazy. What? There's lashes. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. So this is real, over the counter, got it from the grocery store. Red velvet with cotton candy hair, obviously. Oh my God. Sandy, get in here. Are you kidding? This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. Did you know it was gonna turn out this good?
Oh yeah, I knew it was gonna turn out.
You did?
Oh yeah.
Quality-wise, this reminds me a lot of the cakes that I bake on this channel. I think they're on the same level. If you guys could be here in person, even the sheer size, like this, she's literally blocking my light. Hello? You know what? Ain't nobody doing it like this. Nobody on YouTube is doing this. Why? Because no one wants to, but I want to. This is amazing. I can't believe it. This is food.
You can eat the boobs if you want.
Look at it. Did you teach yourself to do this?
Yeah.
This is crazy. Also, I don't even like cotton candy, but I've never had banana.
Oh, so
it's so much
good.
better than cotton candy.
Amazing. Yeah.
Well, I guess let's have a piece of it, huh? Just take a moment. It's just, she makes my wig look flat. Can I just bite from the back? I don't want to ruin it. So there's a nice little exposed area. Excuse me, ma'am, I hope you don't mind. Ow! Could you imagine? I don't want to mess it up. We have a stand-up gig tonight. I'm gonna try to bring this and feed to people because how... It's delicious. I know we have more cake to eat, but I just have to have one more. Of course the cake turned out, right? We knew that it would bake, but this is crazy. Like, this is crazy. It's so rich. I can't believe I've never had this one. This is the red velvet. This is good. It's delicious. It's creamy. It's velvety. It's the gorgeous, like, red color. I love it. I'm just gonna have one more. Excuse me, ma'am. I'm eating myself. If you'd like to follow the artist who built this, the Instagram is Sans Huntress. I mean, just look at the material. It's so good. The sleeper hit of this delicious red velvet is also the banana cotton candy. I mean, come on. This blew my mind. I can't believe this is the first cake. There's no way anything else could even compete with this. But you know what I'm a little mad about? This has bigger lashes than I do and bigger hair. Do I even look like I'm in drag? I don't. What wig am I gonna wear? How am I gonna act? Am I gonna cry? This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Can you take a picture of this and send it to my boyfriend? Because he's gonna lose his mind. By the way, I can't believe he's not here. He's like, the one day you're having professionally baked cakes, I'm not there. It's just amazing. It's just to die. Congratulations. This is how you know it's red velvet. Do you see that? It's actually red inside. And if you cut me open in the shoulder, I'm red inside too. Well, this is amazing. Sadly, we have to see cake number 2. I mean, I can't imagine a world where this is topped. I don't believe that. But let's see what's next. It was the most beautiful cake I'd ever seen. Just looked somehow familiar. Very soft, feminine. What I loved about the cake was it was so petite, like the small shoulders. It just was so realistic. Okay, so we're on to cake number 2 here. I mean, I can't imagine that we would even be on that level again. So let's see what happens. And I'm ready. I saved room for cake number 2. You know what's gonna happen? There's no human way I'll be able to finish eating these cakes, and then someday I'm gonna be thinking of them at night, like I wish I still had a piece of that cake. All right, this is the signature perfectly moist French vanilla cake mix.com.org/gov.edu. What? Oh my God! Detox. It's detox. Wow. Okay. There's so much going on here, you guys. The individually, obviously, like hand-curled fondant fantasy. And if you guys could see that, wait, let me turn this forward again. There's little pinpricks, like where the stitching would be. Like, look at this. Look at the face. Hello. It's kind of on another level. Like, if we're being honest. The lashes, you guys, the lashes are sculpted with, I don't know, fondant or something? Whoa, okay, it's not just that there's lashes. There's an eyelid. There's an eyelid. So instead of painting on my makeup, they put the makeup on over human anatomy. So can you see that? There's like a white waterline. There's like a human waterline and then the makeup drawn around it. And there's bronzer on the body. The body's shiny. The hair makes me think of fresh pasta, how it's like almost like real pasta looks like ripped. You know, like hand torn. It smells really good. It smells like, it smells so much like cake. It's almost like they sprayed it with cake perfume. Like they didn't have to make my nose that big. They didn't have to make my nose that big, but they did, and that's okay. This is by Charm City Cakes West, which is obviously, you know, like, it's a high-end, this is like a baker that like fancy like celebrity cakes. I'm sure for me, it was a really easy job because they got to make it actual size, so it was not a lot of batter. They almost had to like cut the mix in half because so much extra, you know, because she's small. And this is my real shoulders, you know. Although my breast boobs and jugs are a lot bigger, if we're being honest. This is why cake is fun. Like today is not a special day, but like Duncan Hines, a little bit of cake, a little bit of frosting. Today is very special. Let's test it. I mean, I don't know where to cut her. I feel bad, like she's so beautiful, but I do want to stab that nose. I don't know, I'm gonna try to eat from the back. Let's see, who's under there? Hello? I guess I'm just gonna cut into the back of the wig. I feel bad, you guys. It's just so, it's so beautiful. I mean, my heart goes out to these bakers who are perpetually making something that is either gonna get eaten or rot. Like, your art is temporary. Everything you make, if you don't take a picture, it didn't happen. I guess that's me too. I've got about 2 hours before I completely expire. Let me see if I can just get under this wig. Come on. Oh, oh, oh! It's delicious. Not to be basic, I love like plain vanilla cake. It's so delicious and creamy. Oh my God. This is so good. During quarantine, when I was like baking a lot at home, I just would make white cake after white cake after white cake. There's something so like simple and delicious about like plain white cake with white frosting. And this French vanilla is so good. Let me just look, close her weave back up. Nobody knows. Shh. I mean, isn't it crazy that this is made from like the same thing that you pick up from the grocery store to make like a cake for your roommate. Same cake. You and I just aren't this talented. Or maybe we are. I don't know you. Some of you probably are bakers. Wow. This tastes so good, you guys. I can't even tell you. Well, stunning. Cake number 2 blew my mind. French vanilla, gorgeous, love it. Check out the people who made this cake at Charm City Cakes. I mean, just look at the material. I mean, come on. If they can make me look beautiful, imagine what they could do to you. You could be beautiful. Next. Okay, this third cake, which I haven't seen yet, is from Cake and Art. Oh my God. Look at the hair. Look at the shit. It's stunning, and I love how severe they shaded the sides of the face. I mean, this, especially this camera, that looks three-dimensional. This looks like a painting. It's pretty amazing. I have seen the people who make this cake. I've seen their shop in the windows, so I'm not surprised that it's amazing. I mean, it's amazing. This company's kind of like one of the standards, I would think, for like celebrity, like big deal brand cake. It's huge. If you guys could see it in person, this might be the biggest one. It's giant. It's pretty amazing, you guys. It's so smooth. If you could see up close, the skin looks like skin. Like under the lights, this looks like somebody just put like makeup on. Now, if you could see under the neck, there is, she's ready to go to the plastic surgeon a little bit. She kind of needs this, she needs the tape, the neck tape. But it's pretty gaggy, you guys. I mean, again, I don't even want to cut into this thing. I don't even, like, I want to taste it. It's amazing. I mean, come on. This cake could feed like 30 LA people, but 20 people. I love everyone. I hate that person at a birthday party that declines cake, or that person who goes, I don't really like cake. Like, you shouldn't come to the birthday party. You're supposed to come to the birthday party, what a delicious piece of cake. The size of it is truly what's impressive. Like, this is bigger than my head. Is it? The airbrushing on the shoulder, it's a little bit Night of the Living Dead over here, but it's gaggy. Her breasts are wet. It's lifelike. It's just amazing. There's edible, I'm assuming edible glitter on it. There's glitter on the brow. I think the angle's a little weird. Like, if it was seated on a table, like right now I feel like because of the camera, all we see is neck. And it's like a black neck. So I think if it was more like a soft, if we were seeing it from above, I think we'd gag more. How did they do that, you guys? There's like, the eyes are like carved. No amount of culinary school, no amount of like bakery training. Like I could never do this. I can barely do this on me. This is, I mean, pretty mind-boggling, the problem solving involved, but it makes sense because Duncan Hines is specifically for those who have an inventive spirit. And I'm about to get inventive and eat half this cake. All right, so there's apparently something in here worth cutting into. I haven't been told what it is, but let's see. All right, I'm gonna cut into her shoulder. I feel weird. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's a huge cake. God, it's times like this you wish you had family and friends. Oh, it's human. It looks like human. It's a preserve. There's a fruit preserve, but it looks human. Doesn't it look human? Look at the pink, you guys. Oh, wow. It looks, this was probably baked today. It looks fresh. Nobody in probably the history of Earth has had 3 cakes themselves made on the same day. It's strawberry. And it's so good with the preserves. I can't believe I've never done that. Look, I'm gonna hold it. It looks human, but okay. So this is a signature perfectly moist strawberry supreme cake. It also has Duncan Hines Comstock premium strawberry filling. It kind of levels up the cake. I was wondering why it's so heavy, because this isn't just cake. The filling is obviously heavier than the spongy cake. And there's a layer of Duncan Hines creamy vanilla frosting, which I can see right here. The frosting is really lit. Every time I make a cake with the frosting, I'm always like, could I eat this whole jar? I could. I love that this is my job. This was really lit. Cake and Art, you snapped. This was so good. Wow. Whew. And that's cake number 3. If you give me a second to collect myself before I go into a sugar shock here, I'll be right back. Okay, I mean, come on. We've done a substantial amount of baking on this channel, but pretty much nothing could prepare me for the artistry presented by some of the bakers of Los Angeles today. Clap, clap, clap. I mean, comment below. They all blew me away. Let me know which one is your favorite. Every single cake today was built and created using Duncan Hines. So thank you so much for being a part of the video. My personal favorite, if you at home want to try that French vanilla. It's so good. And when I made it last time, I would have it for breakfast. Don't tell anyone. It's so good, you guys. I'm so proud. Today was so good, and these people amaze me. Come on. Building busts of drag queens. In some parts of the country, you can't even get a gay wedding cake made. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, they're like, drag queen bust, we'll get right on top of that, Rose. Again, thank you so much to Duncan Hines for sponsoring today's video and fostering creativity amongst bakers and home bakers across the world. Goodbye.